know what this is. I don't know what this is, but I said earlier, yeah, you have to ditch everything that you learned in the past. Lower high. Is this lower high? This is higher high, bro. To ditch everything you learned in your past life. Ditch it. Forget about it. Start afresh. That's the only way you're able to actually, embrace this and really understand it. This is it. Higher high, higher low. Higher high, higher low. Start simple. Higher high, higher low. Lower high. Lower low. Lower high. That's basically how it works. Yeah, that's how it works. Charlie. Aha. Some people that actually paid attention. This guy Mark gave me a lot of examples. I like people actually, put in the work like this. I like it, but you don't put in. This is one thing I keep saying on Twitter. Yeah, you could actually spend a lot of time. You could spend years doing the wrong things, right? Probably putting in putting in hard work into rubbish, which is one reason why you're probably not getting results. It's possible to you know, just like life is currently here. We have a lot of people. Holy shit! I need to block some. Block. Who is that? Done. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Moving on, yeah. It's just like we have in, real life here, where we have people who work really hard, right? We have the bricklayers, we have those who do the hard stuff in life here. Now look at them. You actually realize that these guys make minimum wage, right? And those people who actually do less make a lot more than them, make a lot of money than them. Now this guy here falls in that category. You can see how hard, like look at what this guy did here, putting in a lot of work. But at the end of the day, he's putting in a lot of work into the wrong thing. All these things I didn't teach. Was that if you can record this setup? I didn't even teach you setup. I didn't ask you anything about setup. You see, you're supposed to just focus on what I asked you to do. You're really jumping into setups and calm down, please. If you're like this or if this is you, relax. Take it topic after topic. Don't be forward, yeah. If you're like this, you will not understand anything here. Trust me. Look at how much effort you put in just to do rubbish, bro. Yeah, look at this, just to do rubbish. Ah, baby. Anyway, Supreme, nice one. You actually got the whole concept, but it's gonna be very very nice if you put in more work. And yeah, you guys are actually getting it. You're getting it. This is how it's supposed to be. Lower, high. Yeah, you're actually gonna understand the concept. You can see he was able to get okay. Price is bearish without using a trend line, right? Price is bullish without using a trend line. It's that simple. It's that simple, and it's gonna help you in the long run. I swear, yeah, it's gonna help you in the long run. You'll be able to determine really. You see, by merely looking at the charts, you'll be able to determine the current market trend. Just looking at the charts without marking on anything, right? It depends on how hard you actually study this thing. So many times I've actually traded without analyzing. I only just looked at the charts and boom, I've gotten my entry. It's that simple. It takes mastery, and you cannot master something without putting in extra effort. This person is confused. Very, very confused. Very, very, very confused. So ignore. But anyway, moving on to the other parts. It's still on the basic market structure. So last week we were able to, or it was this week anyway. So we were able to like the first part, which is understanding the higher highs and higher lows, is all still under the basic market structure. And today we're going up to the other part, which is really understanding the types of structure we have, right? The types of structure that we have. Number one structure is the swing structure, the very important structure. Yeah, so for you to really understand it, in market structure is always it's usually broken down into three, right? Which is the swing structure, what else? So I've forgotten the name. So sorry guys, I'm not really big on names, but I really like I like to really understand what these things do. So whereas I've seen my videos or so can remind me substructure. So we have the sub and the minor structure. Sub and the minor structure. Please pay close attention here. So once we're done, it's going to be a very short class. Once we're done with these three, so I'm done explaining these three, we'll move on to the next one on Monday or probably Tuesday. We'll go to the next one next week. So we're still on basic market structure. This should be in capital letters. Let's leave it. So now, on the basic market structure, on Monday we're able to understand the highs and lows, right? It would really determine when price is bullish. You can determine when price is bullish or bearish without using trend lines, and you can easily detect that, okay, because basically we have previous highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. So when you see series of higher highs being taken out, that means price is bullish. Yeah? If you see series of lower lows being taken out, that means price is bearish, and you want to look for sell opportunities, right? However, price doesn't just move like this in the real market, right? It doesn't just move like this, which is where swing structure, substructure, and minor structure comes in. You want to be able to understand each move. What is this move called? What is this move called? What is this move called? This moves and this move. But how can you actually, you already understand the concept that, okay, when price is taking out previous lower lows and all previous higher highs, you want to sell, you want to buy, but how? What if you have multiple breaks like this? What if you come to the market like this and you meet this? What if when you came to the market you met this? Where do you want to sell from? How? So this is where substructure, swing structure comes in. So let's start with the swing structure. Please pay close attention. Do not chat while I'm teaching there, so you really understand everything. So for swing structure, it's basically used to determine the current zone that you want to focus on, right? So that zone where you want to focus on, just like as I said earlier here, what if you come to the market and you're seeing this, so originally that, okay, this is the previous higher high that was taken out. So originally you know that, okay, price should come back into the zone to buy. Okay, you know that, okay, you want to buy, but where exactly? What zone do you know? Do you know if price is going to buy from here or is going to buy from here? Which zone exactly? That's where swing structure comes in, right? It takes away that doubt, right? It takes away that doubt. So that's it. Basically, it just takes away that doubt. You're able to know that, okay, for sure, and you won't be guessing. Now you're able to understand that, okay, this is the zone where I'm focusing on now, right? This is the zone where I'm focusing on that I expect price to come back into, and I want to look for my buys. So it's pretty simple. How do you determine a swing structure? The first thing you want to see, please pay attention. The first thing you want to see, swing structure, the basic swing structure. Basic swing structure, basically. You want to see price do something like this. Then you want to see a sweep. So it's pretty simple. The basic higher high has been taken out here, right? So originally you have higher high, then you have what? Higher low. Anyway, let me just give you guys the basic explanation first. We'll move on to the advanced swing structure. So for the swing structure as well, we have the basic one. Since we are still talking about the basics here, so let's just talk about basics. So the first thing you want to see is this. So originally, you know, price took out higher high. So price took out the previous higher high. Then we have this higher low. So from this higher low to the point where you have another reversal, to the point where price created or is currently creating another higher high, or where you have a reversal, is what your swing structure. Please pay close attention here. From your higher low to the next point where price is creating another higher high is your swing structure. From here to here is a swing structure. And what does it tell you? It basically tells you that, okay, this is the zone where you want to look for possible buys from, where you want to look for buys from. The buys could happen here, anywhere, right? But you're able to understand that this is the zone that you want to look out for buys from, right? From here to here. So whatever happens outside this zone is none of your business. Let's assume you have this, and you know that price has not filled up this zone yet. You're actually looking for buys, right? But you know price has not filled up this zone. Then you're not seeing something else like this. You originally have this low to this high as a swing structure, right? But you're seeing something else below it again. As the price came like this. Remember what I said about the swing structure. It is the current zone you want to focus on. The current one. So you have this and you have this. The basic market structure, this is your current swing structure. From this low to this high. This guy, you have zero business with this low here. But the basic market structure, this, let me mark it out, this current low to this high, where you get a reversal, is your swing structure. And this is what you expect. Price to come into this zone. Price shouldn't go below this zone. This is what you're expecting. You expect price not to go below this zone, right? Before you get a buy. Are you guys with me? All right, cool. So let's move on. So this is, remember, this is all within the basic market structure. And without the basic market structure, you will have difficulties understanding the cargo market structure. So you need to understand this basic one first before understanding the algo. Right. So let me give you guys a chart example first before we move on. Before moving on. Exactly. Now, this particular trade that I had last week, this is the exact thing. But let's see a better one there. Looking for. Oh, right. I've seen something. I've seen something very, very nice. Seen something very nice. Go back to the one about time frame. Right. So on GBP USD, this is a very, very, very nice example. Now, so on GBP USD, yeah, we can see that the current zone. First things first. We can see this current zone here. Let me cut it out. Let me cut out this zone as well. See what I'm talking about. Now you can see that based on what the basic market structure basically is the current zone. Now can we see what we have here? We have price went up, came down, did this, came down again. So originally, what are we expecting here from this zone? Now we're now focusing on this zone, focusing on this from this high to this low. What are we expecting here? This is a lower low, this is another lower low. What are we expecting? Chorus answer, please. Sell. Right? Originally, you were there expecting a sell because you've seen series of lower lows being taken out. So originally, your mind is thinking that okay, you're actually looking for a sell, but you don't know how or where yet. Let's leave that aside. But you're at least able to understand that okay, you are ignoring this guy for now. Focusing about this zone for now, right? You're focusing on this current one. You see this current one. Whether it's old or not, we'll leave that aside. But for now, you know that okay, this zone to this zone is your current swing structure. And what are you expecting there? A sell. And let's see if you have a sell or not. Oh, why is it slow? Let me just cut out the whole price. Cut out the whole thing. Exactly, yeah. So you can see we had little cells there, right? These things don't happen randomly, right? You can see these things don't happen randomly, yeah? Now, back to the 1 hour time frame. Back to the 1 hour time frame. You can see that this particular guy now has fulfilled our first goal, looking for a sell there. And this is just the basics, by the way. Now you know that okay, the first zone now has been invalidated. Now you have another zone as well. But the first thing you want to really understand is focusing on that current zone. You don't care about what is happening up or here, right? It is the current one you want to focus on. You know that okay, since even if I have 3 zones, you don't care. You're focusing on this current one, which is this lower low. You can see this lower high here to the next lower low. So what are you expecting? Price to come back into this lower high, then you get a continuation, a sell continuation. It is that simple. That is what you're focusing on at the moment. So you're not bothered that what if price comes here? What if price comes here? What if price comes here? Because the moment you start bothering about this one there, number one, two things actually going to happen. Number one is you will not trust your analysis, and number two, you will not execute a trade. Right. So able to see that we still eventually had sales here. That is one. Let me just cut price back. That's not all. Just make this thing really fast. I don't want to waste your time or confuse you. That's still something real quick. Now, you can see we had this, right? And we had this, we had price take out this particular low here. We had series on a lower time frame, we had all of this, but eventually this is where we had the main reversal from. So that means this is our lower low. And originally, we don't expect this high to be taken out. So that means on a normal day, we're already expecting price to come back to this zone so we can look for sales. And you can see how smooth this happened. Please, are we getting this? It's the same thing every day, every time. Just the same way we had this as well. Because you need a zone to actually focus on. You can see we have this as well, right? Same way every day. It keeps happening like that. It's happening like that. So moving on, be able to understand or have a current zone that you expect to get a buy from. Now, within this swing structure, right, we now have something as well within this swing structure to determine, okay, when exactly is right to buy, when is right to sell, when is the right time to buy, when is the right time to sell, when is the time to just stay off the market, right? So we have something called the discount zones. Is when you buy. Trust me, it's going to make sense very soon. Discount zone is when you buy. The premium zone for sales. Then equilibrium that's the middle here. That means you just stand still. You don't do anything. Ignore. That is that. So now you'll be able to understand that for the swing structure, which is this, right? This is for buys, right? You know that price is supposed to come into the zone. Now, which of the zone exactly are you expecting price to come into? Where exactly? This is where the discount, premium, and the equilibrium comes in. This is for buys and this is for sales. Right? You want to have an exact zone as well. After having a particular zone where you want to look out for sales from, you are not a magician, right? You can't know the exact place where price will come into. You cannot know, right? Which is where discount, premium, and equilibrium comes in. I think I will just end it there for tonight. Then we'll continue with sub and minor. These are very, very little topics. Probably tomorrow again. Probably tomorrow to just round it up. But so let me just explain the discount, premium, and equilibrium tonight. Like I said earlier, right? I don't want to rush you guys. I want you guys to really understand these things. Right. So we have a swing structure. from this low to this, from this high here to this low for sales, and you expect price to do what? Come into this zone to sell. But where exactly do you expect price to come into? Right? Which is where the Fibonacci tool comes in. You want to know your discount zone, which is where you look for buys. Premium zone is where you look for sales, and equilibrium is where you ignore price. So let's assume now we have your, let me clear this, permission to clear it. All right. So let's assume you have your buy swing structure here, the buy swing structure, but you don't know the exact zone that you want to look out for buys from. But you already, you already have an idea that, okay, from this low now to this high is a buy zone for you, right? It's a buy swing structure. So basically, just going to take a Fibonacci tool. You mark out the low to the high, the low to the high. Everything within this zone here is the discount zone. Everything within this zone is a discount zone. And what do you look for at the discount zone? Chorus answer. What do you look for the discount zone? High. This is the premium zone, right? Discount, and this is the premium zone. You know you are to look for sales, only sales at the premium zone, because obviously price needs to sell into this buy zone here, and you know you are looking for buy. You know price is bullish, so you know that price you cannot. Let's assume you get a buy entry here, right? Let's assume you get a possible buy swing here. Will you take the buys? This is where it gets confusing, but this is how you actually save yourself from unnecessary losses. Yeah, assume you already have a swing here, but then you're now seeing another swing within a premium zone. This is what will eventually happen. Yes, your buy will be invalidated and price will come back into this original zone. Yeah, you should be looking for only sales into the buy zone. Don't worry, this is where you guys are really going to really understand this thing. Yeah, this is why I said you cannot move on to the algo structure without understanding the basic market structure. It's just not possible, right? You need to understand the roots of everything. So now you understand that this zone is for sales and it is for buys, and you know that you're originally looking for buys, right? Because price is bullish. You're looking for only buys originally here. So that means you have to wait for price to come into this zone from here to here before you can see your buy setup. That means if you see your buy setup within this zone, you want to avoid it, right? You wait for price to come back into this zone here, from here to here. Now, if price is currently at this middle, you want to ignore. That's the equilibrium. If you see a sell there, ignore. If you see a buy, you ignore. That's the equilibrium, and it is never valid for buys or sells. Did we get it? This is the middle. This is the middle of nowhere. Nothing there will ever hold. So you want to look out for buys only from this zone. And let me give you guys my Fibonacci tool settings. It's just pretty simple. 0, 1, and 0.5. That's all. 0, 1, 0.5. That's all. 0, 1, 0.5. That's all. You're going to understand that. Now, for sales as well, the same thing. You have a sell swing structure. right? You have a lower low being taken, then you have a lower high. And that's that, okay, you are expecting sales, right? But where exactly are you expecting the sell from? The original, you know that, okay, from this lower high to this new lower low is your new swing structure, correct? It's your new swing structure. But where exactly do you want to sell from? Where your Fibonacci tool comes in. You're able to mark out your lower high to what? This lower low. And you know, okay, now it makes sense. You would only look for sales at the premium zone. From here to here, you will look for sales at the premium zone. You will look for buys at the discount zone. So that, let's assume you see a buy entry here. You want to avoid it. You want to run away. You are going to run away from it, right? It's one way to avoid unnecessary losses. Please, are we getting it? I don't want to press us too fast, right? I'll take it really, really slow. Are we getting it, please? And I said, all right. Okay, cool. So now, let's go to chart example. Now, look at this cell structure. Look at this. You can see how price came back. If you mark out your Fibonacci tool here, you will see how price came back to the premium zone. And everyone trying to sell at this discount zone were all wiped out. You can see a series of sell opportunities there, yeah? You can see how they were all wiped out and how price came back into the premium zone instead. Let's look for other opportunities, other examples. It's the same thing here, but there was no actual break here. Right? We had price took out this higher high. Then you're looking for buys here. So from this higher low to the next higher high, where you got a reversal from, you can see how price came back into the discount zone for buys. Whereas on a lower time frame, price probably gave, there's another structure here, but you can see how it eventually failed. In the discount zone of the higher time frame, you can see there was another structure here, right? But you can see how it failed. It's probably in profits for a little bit here, then you can see how it failed, and price came back into the discount zone. That is one. Another one again, you're able to see how price went up again, right? So taking out these highs. Just like that, keeps happening. I'm looking for a very nice opportunity. Now, this is the same thing here. Same thing here. We have the same thing here. Here to here. We can see this basic market structure, right? That means we had let me just cut price so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Now you're coming to the market. This is how you actually came into the market today. Now this is the day here. You came to the market and you've seen this. You're seeing price. You see that price is picking out this previous lower low, and you have a lower high, and you start having rejections here. That makes this guy, this high to this low, your swing structure, correct? Now what's the next thing you want to do? You want to mark out your swing structure from the high to the low to determine if you have to look for sales here or not. But now you know that, okay, this is where you want to look for sales from. The premium zone, right? The premium zone, this is where you want to look out for sales from. And you're already expecting sales from here. So let's assume you don't know anything about entries or whatever. Let's just assume, okay, because you have this basic knowledge now, you can just say, okay, well, let me just put my short tool in the middle like this and cover my swing high, right? Just you have zero idea about how the market actually works. You just say, let me just put it like this, because you are looking for sales here, possible sales here, and let's see if you will eventually make money on it. Now you can see, so even those with the basic knowledge will not end up making money, right? Basic knowledge, you can see how it worked. Basic, boom, it's that simple. You had yourself. How we getting in place? Exactly. So it's that simple. It's that simple. It's that simple. For a start, remember, this is just the basic knowledge, right? This is just the basic knowledge. So under the basic market structure, we've been able to understand the lower highs and lows without using trend lines and all that. You go to determine, okay, when price is actually bullish and when price is bearish. That's number one. You've been able to understand the swing structure too, right? Then you've also been able to understand within that swing structure, where exactly do you expect price to come back into? Because you are not a witch, you don't guess here. This is not sports betting. You can't just predict price. Actually, it's not. You have to have a particular zone that you're looking at for price to sell or buy from, right? You need to have that particular zone, which increases your confidence here. I believe you guys are with me. Which increases your confidence. And that being said, that is all. That's all for tonight. That's gonna be all for tonight. So your assignment for today, this is your assignment, please. Mark out number one. You want to mark out what I taught you tonight. The one thing is a swing structure. Mark out the swing structure and the premium discounts and the equilibrium zones. Equilibrium, right? On any pair of your choice, you probably use the 1 hour time frame, or just use any time frame as well. Use any time frame, but I want you to mark out the swing structure, the premium zone, the discount zone, and the equilibrium. And I want you to label everything. I want to see it, right? I want to see you study. The hard work you put into the more work you put into this thing, the more it becomes easier for you to understand. So that being said, we are done for tonight, and we'll probably have questions section tomorrow. Probably gonna have question section tomorrow. Yeah, question section. And until then, guys, have a wonderful night rest. Peace out. God bless. Bye bye. So if you have any